Kickstarter, is it enabling innovation or is it the Deathstar of Dreams? Welcome to Geek Vs. Geek, where Dave Johnson and Rick Broida go all pro wrestling over tech stuff. I'm the ringmaster, Helen Hong. Let's get straight to today's topic, Kickstarter. It's a place you can go to back anything from your boyfriend's first album to attempting to build a full-size replica of the Death Star. Dave is calling it the modern engine of innovation, but Rick seems to think it's little more than a destroyer of dreams. Dave, let's start with you.
I think it's interesting that Rick hates Kickstarter because it should embody everything he loves about technology. Inexpensively, quickly prototyping, and bringing cool new ideas to market. I think Kickstarter is awesome. We've actually talked about this before on Geek Vs. Geek, that you go to CES or any of the modern trade shows, the coolest stuff is not being introduced at CES. It's actually being introduced on Kickstarter. So today you can go to Kickstarter, like look up tech or art or music, whatever your interest area is, and see people doing things that they couldn't otherwise afford to do. And you kick in a few dollars, and at the end of the time period, they make it and they send you one. I've backed a number of things on Kickstarter. I was just telling you just a little while ago, one of my new favorites is this thing called ComBadge, which is what it sounds like from Star Trek. It's this little thing that you wear that is a Bluetooth gadget that you tap it and you talk into it, and you can voice command your phone through Siri or Google.
Make it so, number one.
Your phone probably won't respond to that exactly, but you can just like get lost on Kickstarter finding cool stuff.
Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff on Kickstarter, and in principle and on paper, I love Kickstarter. However, the problem with Kickstarter is that so much of what's there either ends up being crap, or it ends up not shipping on time, or it ends up just being some piece of crap.
Yeah, but that's subjective, right? And that's why it's crowdfunded, because people can decide what they think is crap and what's not.
Yeah, that's true. And again, in principle, I agree with this, but in reality, I'll give you a couple of examples of products that I have backed on Kickstarter. One was an iPhone case that actually had like a built-in USB drive and lenses for taking special kind of photos and a cord wrap. It was exactly what I was looking for at the time. So I threw some money behind it, and not only did it not ship on time, it was 6 months after the promised ship date before I actually got the product. Oh. And beyond that, the product was terrible. I'm more than happy to give the benefit of the doubt, because okay, this is one bad product. I'm not going to indict all of Kickstarter just because of this. But another product that I had backed right around the same time, which was a little kind of handheld Bluetooth game controller for playing games on your iPhone or your tablet or what have you, same exact thing, was 6 months late to ship, and it just didn't work well. Now, those are just two examples, but the real root of it is that Kickstarter is, I think, being abused by some companies who are using it solely as a marketing tool. They have a product that is either coming to market anyway, and they're just seeking additional funding for it so that they can kind of kickstart the sales of this product, or it's already a shipping product. And again, they're just looking for a new way to market it. And I see more and more of this on Kickstarter, and that really angers me. I think it kind of dilutes the whole...
Oh, I agree. And there should be rules at Kickstarter that prohibit that kind of behavior. But I certainly wouldn't indict all of Kickstarter because of a few bad apples. And that is an abuse of the way the system should work. There are a couple of categories of things on Kickstarter that I don't care for. One is exactly that, something that is really marketing disguised as a new product. Right. Another is yet another of my second cousin's third removed trying to fund their first album, right? If you can go get a recording contract the normal way, great, I'll buy your record.
See, I actually have no problem with that. That is the spirit of Kickstarter. It's crowdsourcing funding that you simply could not get elsewhere.
Well, I think I'm ready to declare a winner, and I'm going to declare both of these guys winners because I agree with both of their arguments, because I agree with Dave. I love the concept behind Kickstarter. I love the innovation and the sort of group spirit of Kickstarter, but at the same time I agree with Rick that there should be some rules and regulations to keep us from being taken advantage of by the lax regulation at Kickstarter. So I'm gonna say both of these guys are winners and both of these guys are losers. What do you guys think? Let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or email, and we will see you next time on Geek Vs. Geek.